The show must go bonkers. In the bustling halls of Maplewood Elementary, excitement filled the air as students rehearsed for the annual school play. Mrs. Thompson, the drama teacher, was frazzled trying to organize her chaotic bunch of aspiring actors. Tommy, the lead actor, kept forgetting his lines, causing the other kids to roll their eyes in frustration. Sally, the stage manager, struggled to keep the props in order as they seemed to have a mind of their own. During rehearsals, the backdrop fell down, narrowly missing the performers, much to everyone's horror. Cindy, playing the fairy princess, accidentally tripped over her gown and fell flat on her face, earning a round of giggles. Meanwhile, the sound system decided to go haywire, blaring random noises at the most inconvenient moments. With opening night looming, panic set in among the students as they feared the play would be a disaster. Mrs. Thompson tried to reassure them, but even she had her doubts about whether they could pull it off. On the day of the performance, nerves were at an all-time high as the curtains prepared to rise. As the lights dimmed and the audience hushed, the first scene began with a shaky start. Tommy stumbled over his lines once again, but this time, instead of freezing, he improvised brilliantly, earning cheers from the crowd. Sally, quick on her feet, managed to fix a broken prop with duct tape in the blink of an eye, drawing laughs from the audience. Cindy, still a bit shaken from her earlier fall, delivered her lines with gusto, captivating the audience with her resilience. Just when it seemed like things were finally going smoothly, chaos ensued as the backdrop collapsed again. But instead of despair, the students rallied together, using the fallen backdrop as part of their impromptu performance. The sound system, true to form, chimed in with random noises, but the actors incorporated them into their scenes flawlessly. As the play went on, each mishap only added to the hilarity of the performance, much to the audience's delight. Tommy and Cindy shared a knowing glance, their confidence growing with each unexpected twist. Mrs. Thompson watched in amazement as her students embraced the chaos and turned it into something magical. As the final act approached, there was a sense of anticipation in the air, tinged with a hint of nervousness. But as the students took their places for the grand finale, a sense of determination washed over them. With hearts pounding and adrenaline rushing, they gave it their all, pouring their energy into every line and every gesture. And when the curtain finally fell, the auditorium erupted into thunderous applause, echoing off the walls. Backstage, the students exchanged relieved smiles, proud of what they had accomplished together. Mrs. Thompson wiped away a tear, overcome with emotion at the sight of her students' triumph. As the cast emerged for their final bow, the audience rose to their feet, cheering and clapping with unrestrained enthusiasm. Tommy, Cindy, Sally, and the rest of the students basked in the glow of their success, their earlier fears a distant memory. After the show, the students gathered backstage to celebrate, reliving their favorite moments and laughing at the mishaps. Mrs. Thompson joined them, her heart swelling with pride as she watched her students bond over their shared experience. As they laughed and chatted, they realized that it wasn't the flawless performance that mattered most, but the journey they had taken together. And as they said their goodbyes and headed home, they knew that they had forged friendships that would last a lifetime. The next day at school, the students were greeted with congratulatory smiles and pats on the back from their classmates and teachers. Even Principal Johnson, known for his stern demeanor, couldn't help but crack a smile as he praised the students for their resilience. In the days that followed, the play became the talk of the town, with everyone buzzing about the unexpected twists and turns. The local newspaper even ran a glowing review, praising the students for their creativity and spirit. As for Tommy, Cindy, and the rest of the cast, they found themselves basking in the spotlight, enjoying their newfound fame. But amidst all the attention, they remained grounded, grateful for the experience and the friendships they had formed. With the success of the play behind them, the students returned to their normal routines, but with a newfound confidence and sense of camaraderie. And though they would always cherish the memories of their time on stage, they knew that the greatest reward was the bond they shared. As the school year drew to a close, the students reflected on everything they had learned from their misadventures in the school play. They realized that sometimes, the best moments in life are the ones that aren't scripted, but instead come from embracing the unexpected. And as they looked ahead to the future, they knew that no matter what challenges came their way, they would always be able to face them together. The memories of their time on stage would serve as a reminder that with a little laughter and a lot of teamwork, anything is possible. So as they said goodbye to Maplewood Elementary and prepared to embark on the next chapter of their lives, they did so with hearts full of gratitude and excitement. And though they would go their separate ways, they knew that the bonds they had formed would never be broken. As they stepped out into the world, ready to take on whatever came their way, they did so with a spring in their step and a twinkle in their eye. And as they looked back on their time at Maplewood Elementary, they knew that the lessons they had learned would stay with them forever. For in the end, it wasn't about the play itself, but rather the journey they had taken together and the memories they had created along the way. And as they waved goodbye to their beloved school, they did so with a sense of pride and accomplishment, knowing that they had left their mark on the world. So as they set off on their next adventure, they did so with a sense of excitement and anticipation, eager to see what the future held. And though they would face many challenges and obstacles along the way, they knew that as long as they stuck together, they could overcome anything. For they had learned that true friendship and teamwork were the most powerful forces in the world, capable of conquering even the greatest of odds. And so, as they set out on their journey, they did so with a sense of confidence and determination, knowing that they were ready for whatever came their way. And as they looked ahead to the future, they knew that no matter where life took them, they would always carry with them the memories of their time at Maplewood Elementary.